Hey everybody, Rob here. I wanted to do just a small WoW video, um, a theory, really, theory crafting. I always like theory crafting. I'm really much into the lore of World of Warcraft. I always have been. Read the books. I actually read a lot of the quest lines. Not all, though. Sorry, just how it is. Uh, but with Battle for Azeroth coming up and the recent release of the book Before the Storm, which, real quick, if you have not read that, I do warn you that this video will have some spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, please go read the book, then come back here. But I have an interesting theory that I want to run by you guys. And involves Calia Menethil, who, if you're into lore, you will know that she is the older sister of Arthist. I don't know why I put a T on his name. Arthist Menethil. See, I almost said the T again. Arthas Menethil, aka the Lich King. All right, well, former Lich King, but I'll get to that in a minute. Uh, but with her, she's in the Priest Order Hall within the game. And since her brother and her father and her mom are all dead, that makes her the rightful heir to the throne of Lordaeron, which is now the Undercity ruled by War Chief of the Horde, Sylvanas Windrunner. Now, here's your spoilers. In Before the Storm, uh, Calia attempts to lure some of the Forsaken over to the Alliance to come and stay in Stormwind with their current living families. Um, and when that happens, Sylvanas, rightfully so, honestly, uh, decides that she is an attempted usurper, and Sylvanas puts an arrow right through her back, right through her heart. Boom, Calia drops dead. Now, with that being said, she go. Anduin takes her body back to the Temple of Light, and I can't remember the Naru's name, but the Naru that is in the Temple of Light resurrects her. Well, actually, doesn't resurrect her. He raises her as an undead, basically a Forsaken. But unlike the current Forsaken, which were resed through, the powers of the Scourge that the Lich King Arthas had, she's raised from the light. Like her skin is perfect, just like Sylvanas's, but she has, more pale skin because she's dead now, and glowing eyes. So now we have an undead person who has the right to the throne of Lordaeron, and now basically Undercity, which I think is really interesting with this. Because in the book Before the Storm, Callie is talking with Anduin, and she mentions that she had a daughter and that she was married. Now, she doesn't mention either of their names, but this is where my theory crafting starts getting into it here. When Arthas and the Scourge attacked Lordaeron and killed everyone there, her husband was one of like the high guards or something like that. He and their daughter escaped to South Shore, and Callie, of course, had to stay there, because she's royalty. When she got to South Shore, the Scourge were already there attacking as well. People were dying left and right. She found her husband and her daughter. They tried to escape. They got separated. Husband grabbed the daughter, threw her on a horse, and husband and daughter rode off. Calia played dead in a ditch and escaped, dying to the Scourge that day, but she never found her husband or her daughter, presumed to be dead. Now, if you think of that, what if the husband and the daughter also presumed Calia to be dead? Arthas did walk into Lordaeron and kill his own father. What would stop him from killing his own sister? Now, the question comes, who's the husband and who's the daughter? And I think we've already seen the husband, and I think we're about to see the daughter in Battle for Azeroth. The husband? The current Lich King, Bolvar Four Dragon. As you know, he was killed at the Wrathgate and then tortured by Arthas, or the Lich King at the time, and he never gave up. He never gave in. Unlike you know, Death Lord Surfang or whatever they called him. I think it was called Death Lord Surfang. Um, but Bolvar never gave up. And for the fall of the Lich King, when we killed him in the raids, it's mentioned that there must always be a Lich King, or else the Scourge pretty much just run crazy. Bolvar shows up and takes that responsibility, puts on the helm, sits on the frozen throne, and he is now the Lich King, and he is in control of the Scourge of Northrend. So he has a daughter that we know is going to appear in battle for Azeroth, Talia, not Calia Menethil, but Talia Fordragon, or maybe Talia. But I believe that Talia is the daughter of Calia. That is my big theory. I think we're going to find that out because we have a Lich King. I think we're going to have a Lich Queen. And then we're going to have their daughter, who's going to have a lot of therapy in the future. But that's my theory, man. Calia Menethil married Bolvar Folder Dragon before, during, while he was a guard at Lordaeron, and the lore supports it, that he was a guard at Lordaeron first. Lordaeron fell. He moved over to Stormwind to serve Varian Rin, sent his daughter off to Kultiras to be raised to be a ward of the Proudmoore family, which is correct. We will meet her in Battle for Azeroth in Kultiras. So yeah, I think those pieces fit together. I think Callie's husband was Bolvar Fordragon, the current Lich King, and I with that, and especially again spoilers for the book, but a lot of people in Undercity are afraid of Sylvanas, and some are even feeling like she doesn't care about them anymore. So I think that Calia is going to make a play for the Undercity. Whether the Forsaken stay Horde, go Alliance, become a third faction, who knows? But I think she's going to make a big, big play for the Undercity and Lordaeron because Lordaeron is rightfully hers anyway. That's my theory. She's going to take that. I guarantee we're not done with the Lich King and the Scourge yet. I don't know if Bolvar is still, noble knight paladin that he was, or if, over the course of time from Wrath of the Lich King now through Battle for Azeroth, if he's been corrupted in any way. So I don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy or somewhere in the middle. But I believe that we're going to see more of him, possibly in Battle for Azeroth. I would believe maybe towards the tail end because it might lead into the next expansion afterwards. Because this expansion is seems like it's going to be a lot of Alliance versus Horde and a lot of Old God content. So I don't know if they're going to try and squeeze in a Lich King storyline in it or not. But I definitely think we're going to see more of him. And Talia Fordragon, her story's unknown. She doesn't know much about her mom, which helps supports my theory here. And the only thing she knows of her dad is that he died at the Wrathgate a hero. She does not know that he is the current Lich King. So I think that's going to be really interesting when that comes out because it is going to come out definitely. But that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks a lot. Bye.